Hey everybody, it's Tyrene.
And I'm Ron.
And the topic that we're going to discuss tonight is a pretty touchy one. When it comes to infidelity, it affects relationships, marriages, all over. I feel like at some point or another, people have experienced this and they're on the brink of just giving up or they've already given up. So we posed the question, can we get over infidelity? And the short answer is
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. If you want to,
Hmm.
if you choose to. I know that when it happens, not even thinking about what level. I mean, because again, if you break it down, sure, there's different levels of infidelity. I mean, the call, the texting,
Hmm.
the actual physical act,
Right.
the innocent flirting that leads to not so innocent flirting, the lunches that you don't tell your spouse about.
Hmm.
All of that is a form of infidelity. So to bring the question up, can we get over it? Absolutely. It totally is a choice. And the main factor in getting over this is, what is it that you really want to come out of this? Like, what is the goal? Is the goal to try to work over this and move on and stay together? Or is the goal just to figure out why, who, and you did it, and we won't break up regardless of what you say?
Right. And here's the thing though, I feel like a lot of times we focus on the actual act versus digging a little bit deeper.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong. Nobody likes to be cheated on. A lot of times you have invested love, you have invested time, there's commitment, there's years of just being together, and even children may be a part of the equation. So the idea of being cheated on is like the ultimate betrayal. So I understand it. I get how somebody would feel like, I would never want to go through this, and whoever does this to me, I don't want to deal with them anymore. But to your point, in reference to just thinking a little bit more about the situation and not focusing on the surface, on the act, the fact that the person actually cheated, let's get to the root of it. Why?
Why? Why? And when you ask why, what we normally do, what our natural feeling human selves do, what we normally do is we go, well, why did they do it? That's what we ask. Okay. Um, what we've learned, okay, what we've learned is that when we say dig deeper, it's just that. How did I play a part into that?
Exactly.
How many people have ever been, first of all, cheated on, but then if it has happened to you, have you ever took that minute to say, did I play a part in this? I mean honestly ask yourself
Right.
this question without saying, no, it was all her, it was all him, there was no
Hmm.
right. Mind you, we are not giving a pass for infidelity and
Nope.
cheating on any
We don't
level.
condone that.
Any level
Not at all.
whatsoever is it okay.
Mm-mm.
However, there are some circumstances where that guilty person isn't just guilty by themselves.
Right. So it's just a kind of our way of saying take a long look at some of the clues that may have been there beforehand. If your significant other is saying things to you like he has certain needs or certain wants, and with everything in you, you have every excuse in the book not to meet him halfway. Well, you're kind of pushing him in a different direction. Again, we don't condone it, but that's the outcome if you're not meeting his needs and wants, and vice versa. If she wants her needs and wants met, and guys, you're not meeting her halfway, it's the same sort of consequence. You're kind of pushing her in a vulnerable state, which makes it a little bit more easier to be open when what she's not getting at home is being fulfilled outside the home.
Right. And let's be honest. I mean, when we're talking about fulfillment, it's just that. It can be something as simple as
A compliment.
a compliment, or
Hmm.
I just feel more comfortable talking to that person.
Yeah.
Okay? And you very well may be. So again, that goes back to, why don't you feel comfortable talking to your mate? Is your mate criticizing? Is your
Hmm.
mate calling you immature?
Right.
Is your mate not listening to you? Is your mate talking instead of listening to you?
Hmm.
So it most times, unless the person just wants to do what they want to do, and
And that's a whole
unfortunately,
different
that's a
story.
whole other story, and some people
Yeah.
want to do that. But most times, okay, in genuine relationships where there's genuine love,
Hmm.
okay, most times there is a two-part, um, I guess,
It's
what
two
am I looking
parts of
for?
the equation.
Two parts to the equation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his side and her side. And so whoever the guilty party is, like you said, may have committed the act.
Hmm.
But take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, how may I have contributed to this? Have I been the wife, the significant other that he's needed all this time? Were there certain things that he said he wanted and needed from me and I just refused to do it or gave excuses to do it?
Hmm.
And if you come to terms with that, then there's room for communication.
It
There's
is.
room for, what you did was not okay. What you did is not acceptable and it cannot happen again.
Cannot.
But the thing is to communicate about it. I mean, you're gonna be hurt. Feel the hurt, feel the pain,
And
because that's
you're
what.
gonna feel stupid. You're
Yeah.
gonna
How about
feel, yeah,
that?
you're going to feel stupid. But so what?
Right.
Okay, that's what love is. You're going to feel stupid for that person. You're going to make stupid mistakes for that person. You're going to do stupid. It's going to happen. That's what love is. We talked in early videos. If you can't be vulnerable and
Mhm.
whooped for your
Mhm.
spouse or whoever you think that you're destined to be married to and live the rest of your life with, then who is it going to be for? Are you going to do stupid things? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you
It
are.
comes along with
That's
it.
what love is,
Mhm.
guys and ladies. That's what it is. Now, what's going to come along with this is a very, very hard conversation. Okay, like my wife initially said, ask yourself the question that I have a part to play in.
Right.
And if you want to be real honest, okay, then you go to and ask your significant other. You ask your spouse, okay. We why'd you cheat? That question comes up all the time. Why'd you do
Mhm.
it? Okay, but do you ask the question? Did I have a part to play in why you went outside our relationship?
Right.
Okay, that's a deep question that I'll be quite honest. Most guys aren't going to answer that question honestly.
Yeah. It's
Here's
it's tough.
here's how you can get us to answer that question honestly. Okay, this is going to sound really crazy, but if you want to understand your man, this is what it is. Okay, craziest thing in the world that you will hear a man say: "I lied because I love you." As crazy as that sounds, it is the God honest truth. Okay, we lie because we are in fear of losing.
Right.
We lie
That's
because
deep.
it is. I'm telling you,
That's
we
real
lie
deep.
because we are in fear of losing you.
Mhm.
If you tell your spouse, okay, woman, if you tell your man, man, if you tell your woman, look, this happened. We know it happened.
Mhm.
I accept that it happened.
Yep.
I want to move on. I do not want this relationship to end, but we have to get to the root of why this happened and how we can stop it from happening again.
Mhm.
Okay? Look at your spouse and say, baby, sweetie, bae, if you, I want to move on. But in order for us to completely move on from this, I need absolute truth from you. Okay? I am not going to leave you. Yes, I will be bothered and I'm going to have to work through a process.
Yeah.
But I will not leave you. I do not want this relationship to end and I'm going to try my God best to make this work. But I need the truth from you.
Exactly.
I promise you. I promise you. You'll get an honest answer from your spouse with that approach to him. If
Right.
if you approach your woman or your man in anger, with disappointment and frustration, and regardless of what you say, I'm still gonna leave.
You'll
She or
probably
he is
never
gonna
get the
lie to
truth.
you. You'll never get
You'll
the
never
truth.
get the truth.
Never get the truth. And if you never get the truth, you'll never be able to fully move on from
Yep. So I think here's the breakdown. So the act happens, right?
it. Mhm.
And initially you're hurt. You're
Mhm.
going through it.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. Once the emotions kind of subside, then a conversation needs to happen. You
Yes.
need to be open to understanding what got you to this point and
Yes.
what do we need to do moving forward so that we don't go there again.
Mhm.
It may take counseling.
Yeah.
It may take talking to other couples who may
It
have
will
been
take
through.
counseling.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Or who other couples who have been through what you're currently going through to kind
Mhm.
of help you understand that there is light outside of that.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, to go back to an old saying, because you guys know by now, and I love sayings, I love quotes. What doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Yep.
Okay, that is the absolute truth, especially in a relationship. If you guys can get over infidelity, if you guys can get over arguments, if you guys can get over the name calling, if you can get over the disrespect, if you can get over the devil and the enemy and the single friends attacking your relationship and getting just horrible advice from people who don't know how to keep a relationship, if you guys can survive through that stuff, your relationship does get stronger.
Yep.
Does it hurt? Absolutely.
It does. But we can
Yes.
hurt together though,
We can
because
hurt
he
together
or
though.
she is upset that they hurt you to that degree. They're
Yeah.
feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
Again, if there's genuine love that they did it, and you're hurting because you're going through the process of trying to heal.
Yeah.
And what happens is that person respects that space. So, like you said, there is a process.
There is a process.
After the communication, then it's maybe that person who did the cheating has to do a little bit more to kind of build that trust
Hmm.
back up. So there's going to be work on both parts. But remember, you're partners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you work together to do this. So again, the answer to our question that we posed: can
Can
we
you
get
get
over
over infidelity?
infidelity?
Yes.
Yes. So guys, remember, marriage
Works.
works.